Welcome to Answers from Within. From the author of the All-Knowing Diary, Mind Lies into Truths that will set you free.
All right. Hello and welcome back to Answers from Within. I'm Daniel. Let's go to our caller today, Shannon.
Hi.
Hello. How can I help?
Well, I have a question about my health. So about 2.5 years ago, I started having these strange burning sensations in my armpit that felt like somebody was putting out a cigar every time I moved. And it would last for a couple weeks, and it went away and came back about 6 months later. And it came and went over the last 2.5 years. Last summer was the worst. It lasted about 4 months, and my doctors just kept giving me drugs and telling me that was all I could do. And I went through every single test you can imagine until they finally diagnosed it as a fascial adhesion on my shoulder that was causing a nerve to misfire. And right now I haven't had the pain in a long time, but because it took so long to figure out what was going on, over those 2.5 years, I kind of became a hypochondriac, always looking for what was wrong with me and diagnosing myself, Googling symptoms, going to the doctor thinking I had MS or, just everything you could think of, breast cancer. And right now I'm out of the pain. I'm doing good, but I'm having a weird thing where at night I do a weird stretchy thing and it makes my heart race and it wakes me up with my heart racing. And I feel like, I'm going to have a heart attack or I have AFib. And so I went to the doctor and told him, of course, I think I have AFib. And I think they're beginning to, probably write in there, she's a hypochondriac. And I've never had this before. So my question is what is going on and what can I do to stop this pattern? Because it's very self-destructive. It's really hurting me, as far as thinking I always have something. It's scary.
Okay, so we're going to focus in on the this kind of paranoia. Is that where you want to go?
I think that's it, because I don't believe that the stretchy thing is from the nerve pain. I think it's maybe stress related from, constantly thinking I have some major illness. Sure. All
right, well, let's have a look. And I feel that a few of these questions will be addressed just as during the process, okay?
Sure.
Okay, let's go a bit deeper here. So a little bit of fear. If you can do your best to just relax into this, knowing that whatever I'm going to say is definitely better than what you've been telling yourself, okay?
I'm sure of that.
All right, yeah, just settle into it a bit because you've gone into this. When you go into fear, you kind of block these answers from coming out. It's like, I don't want to know, what's he going to say? So just kind of calm yourself, give yourself a little lullaby while I have a bit of a deeper look.
Okay.
That's so funny. One of the blockages that was coming up, once I helped you clear your fear, and when I cleared it, your husband's energy was there. And his energy was wrapping himself around you, going, oh my God, she's going to find out it's me. She's going to find out it's me. And don't tell her anything. So he jumped into that space very, very promptly. So we'll just clear that out of the way. It's amazing, all these little visitors that come in when truth is about to be discovered here. So let's have a look at Shannon. Okay, so there are a couple of things to look at here. One of them is we need to look at your husband. That he's playing a role in this. And the other one is about you and how you relate to your life. There is this paranoia about, why do I have it so good? And it's funny because on one hand, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to be struck down, right?
Yes.
Something's going to happen to me. But where that's actually coming from, Shannon, is this unease around, I've got it really good in my life and I don't want anything going wrong. Are you aware of that?
Yes, definitely. I actually had a tune-in that was almost word for word, I think 2 days ago, that's exactly what I do, that I'm on a roller coaster ride waiting for the drop at any moment.
Yeah. But the silver lining is you actually feel that you've got it really good.
I do. I really do. I mean, I have it really good. And I think that's why this has hit me so hard, is because I've never had a problem that I couldn't solve, or I don't want to say I've never struggled, but everything is great. I feel like, I have things like everybody else, but, I do have a great life, an easy life.
That's right. And that is the source of this paranoia. It's not that you're faulty or there's some damaged wiring in there. It's just coming from, I've got it really good in my life, and the only conceivable thing that could get in my way, as far as I can see, you're saying, is I'm going to be struck down by some random illness.
Yeah.
So let's bring some insights. Let's bring some truth into this space. You've got this belief, like the forefront of your mind. Life wasn't meant to be easy. And you're like, well, then I'm in trouble, because my life has been, for the most part, and you don't even like saying this word because you're worried a bolt of lightning is going to strike you down. Well, it's like, for the most part, my life has been easy.
It's true, it has.
It's been crazy.
Yep.
And so this belief, life wasn't meant to be easy, is sending you into fear. These panic states of, well, oh shit, any moment now, there's going to be some earthquake underneath my feet, some bolt of lightning, some random terrible news, because life wasn't meant to be easy. But that's just a belief. That's just something someone made up and everyone else bought into. That's not from the universe itself. That's not a universal truth. It's a human reality created from the belief itself. It perpetuates the experience. The more we believe life wasn't meant to be easy, the more we experience hardship and struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the way this belief is playing out with you is it's not creating struggle in your life, except for one little area. You're struggling with the fear of struggle. That's the struggle you're creating. You're creating this paranoia, which is pretty good. It's just not too bad considering the other kind of struggles many of us create in our lives because of this belief. So you're doing well despite having this belief. And that's something to get in this moment is, wow, even with that belief, life wasn't meant to be easy. The most difficult thing I'm making in my life is that I'm going to be tripped up at some point, thinking that's what's going to happen. So let's look at the truth to this belief for you and for everyone listening. Life is meant to be simple. And we complicate it by trying to make it easy. Life is meant to be simple. How does that feel, hearing that?
It feels really good.
I can feel you embracing that and kind of like inviting that into you and into your consciousness and going, yeah, I don't buy into life's meant to be easy, but I can believe life's meant to be simple.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Okay, so if you don't complicate it, which, to be honest, you're not that kind of person. You don't generally complicate your life, do you?
No, I don't. I always say that, that my saying is I take the path of least resistance. I don't like drama or complications. I like simple. If you say you're going to do something, do it, and just keep life simple. And it usually works for me.
Exactly. So knowing that that's the kind of being you are, knowing that life is meant to be simple means there's pretty much no chance of you complicating it, is there?
You would think, but I feel like I have with what the stuff going on. I think it is me doing it, and I just don't know why or how to stop.
No, but that's now in the past. I'm updating your consciousness right now to realizing that life wasn't meant to be easy, but meant to be simple. And you are someone to keep simplicity in life. So there's no surprise attacks on your sovereignty, on your equilibrium and little haven that you experience as life. Nothing's going to come in your way and create struggle because you don't create it. And if life's meant to be simple and all you do is create simplicity, then you have nothing to fear.
I love it.
Now, I mentioned your husband's energy came up just a moment ago. Now, it feels to me that he lives with this worry. What's going to happen next?
Yeah, I mean, he's dealt with some things with me in particular. When I said I've had a couple of health issues in my life, I did have a stroke, but I got over that very quickly. And he's dealt with things with me that he probably takes on that energy of what I do is, what's coming next.
No, backwards. You're taking on his energy.
Okay.
This is the point. This is why he showed up earlier to say, uh-oh, I'm about to be found out. Much of that paranoia in your system, the stinging in the arm, that stretching, is his energy. His energy in your body, surrounding you, engulfing you. Okay?
Okay.
Now, the only reason that's affecting you is because when you had your feels like your stroke or one of your health issues, you decided, I need to let my husband into my life more to support me and to feel safe within himself. Do you remember that?
Yeah, definitely.
The minute you decided that, you opened yourself for his energy to come right into your body and coexist with your own. So he cohabitates like in your body.
That's not too surprising.
So to heal that, and we call that in a sense, we would call that like an energetic attack, but it's not malicious. He's not trying to attack you. You open the door, he's come right in. But to remedy that is to realize, first of all, that he doesn't need to be in your body energetically to feel safe.
Okay.
He needs to have a conversation with you and realize, hang on, no, Shannon's cool. She keeps life simple. I got nothing to worry about there. Because really what's going on is he's worried he's going to screw everything up.
Okay.
So you need to realize that you having him be able to energetically come into your body isn't having him look at his fear of screwing everything up. It's having him not look at it. You're like placating it. By him seeking your body as a remedy, he doesn't have to look at his own stuff.
Yep.
So if you really want to make a difference to you and him, you've got to be, that's it, you're out. You're not allowed in this body anymore. Not under those circumstances anyway.
Okay.
And you, mister, you need to look at, get yourself a copy of the Daniel's Mind Light book, start reading, and start having a look at how you feel you're going to screw everything up. Because that is for you to look at the truth. That is for you to heal. Or come on this show and get this question answered. Like that's his responsibility to do that. You can support him through that. But don't take on his energy, because then he avoids looking.
Yeah, I see that.
So now you know, A, life is meant to be simple. B, you're only going to create simplicity in your life. C, you don't need your husband's energy in your body causing all these reactions and paranoia. And D, as soon as he looks at his fear around screwing up his life and yours, there'll be none of that paranoid energy around. Nothing to create screw-ups in your life. And then you're all sorted.
I like it. That's easy.
And simple.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Great to have you on. So if you've got a question that needs answering, come on to the show. Go to discoverui.com and click on the podcast icon at the top of the page.